Okay, so we're out here working on the 944 a bit. Been working in the engine bay, so I unboxed the manual steering rack kit. Wow, this is really nice. So, get this off of here. Have a look at things. So yeah, this guy sells this stuff as a whole kit. It's a brand new manual steering rack with a brand new steering shaft, which is what you want to do on one of these old cars while the engine's out, because wow, it's a pain in the ass when the engine's in the way. And everything's brand new. It's not a rebuilt unit or anything. It's a brand new steering rack with the right spacers for, well, this one has the right spacers for this later car. I think it's 85 and a half, and earlier have well, it might be 86 earlier. Anyway, the later cars have a different offset, so the steering knuckle's in a different spot, so the tie rod has to be longer or shorter. So this is the correct one for a later car. And I went and painted the cross member black, so steering rack will get bolted right in there. But I'm probably not going to put it in there first. Well, I guess I'll mock it up just to see how well it fits up in there. But my plan, I didn't realize this came all together. This is like fully assembled. All I really have to do is bolt it in the car, adjust the toe, and you're done, you know. So that's how neat that little kit is. One thing that worked out well in this project. And we've been pecking away at the engine bay a little bit. So we cleaned up and sprayed some semi-gloss black on the frame rails where we ground off all those little studs that stick out. I've got the AC lines cut to the length that the Renegade Hybrids guys want for when we convert to the later AC system. So, but basically I bolted them back in so the evaporator isn't open, and I plugged the ends. So that's just there to plug up the evaporator. So next year when it's time to go forward with the AC system, we'll just unbolt those two things and ship them out to Renegade Hybrids, and they will make new AC lines out of them. The old steering shaft is out. Bolt the new one in. We're kind of running out of things to do in the engine bay. The only real major thing left is to rebend the brake lines to the master cylinder so they actually fit right, rather than just a cajobbled mess that I made out of them. And we'll get some of the wiring figured out, and that's about it. We'll be about ready to do a test fit of that in there, and if that all works out, we'll bolt it in for real. Okay, so we got the cross member mocked up on here. It all looks good. I mean, not the cross member, sorry, the steering rack. Looks good. We've got plenty of clearance here and here. Everything seems to fit pretty good. The steering shaft comes out that away, and it's pretty nicely on there. So I guess that's one thing not to worry about. I'm going to take it off again just because I don't want the the tie rods being in the way when we're trying to test fit the engine. So it's just held on with these clamps, 2 bolts in each clamp, and off it goes. So we will zip it off. that bit's ready to go in. Test fit. Went perfect.